Before we dive in, this video is actually a free preview from my online course, Breaking the Emotional Blame Loop, a Ho'oponopono approach to inner peace. If you've ever found yourself caught in loops of blame, guilt, reactivity, or emotional triggers, or feel like things are getting worse, this course was created to help you break that cycle from the inside out, especially if you already see the patterns but still get hijacked by them. You know it's not about them. You even know it's memory replaying, but somehow it still grips you. This course is for that moment, not to control or fix you, but to return you to the part of you that was never broken. This video is just a glimpse. The course goes deeper into relationships, shame, memory, and projections, and how to clean your way back to peace. The link to the course is in the description. Now, let's begin. Have you ever found yourself emotionally reactive by what someone said or what they didn't say? You walk away from a conversation irritated, replaying every word, or playing out scenarios in your head on how it could have played out differently. We think it's because they hurt us, so we blame them. But what if that's not the full truth? What if every time you're triggered, you're not actually responding to them? You're not seeing the person in front of you, but you're seeing a flashback, a memory, a judgment, a belief about yourself. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn every trigger into a moment of liberation. Not by controlling your behavior, not by figuring out, analyzing, or fixing them, or even yourself, but by cleaning the memory inside you. We'll explore what a trigger actually is, and why we project what we can't accept within ourselves, and how to set yourself free through the power of awareness, love, and Ho'oponopono. So let's dive right in. Here's a truth that most people don't want to hear. You're not being hurt by what's happening. You're being hurt by what it reminds you of. A trigger is like pressing on a bruise you didn't know was still there. It hurts now, but the injury came much earlier. People and situations come into our lives to show us where love hasn't yet reached. The pain isn't new. It was just waiting to be seen. Life simply touched what was already tender. In Ho'oponopono, we say, you're not reacting to the person. You're reacting to a memory replaying. And that's why it feels familiar. That's why the past repeats. And that's why it stings deeper than the moment itself. Your subconscious is showing you a part of you that hasn't been accepted and loved yet. Here's the mechanism. What we can't accept in ourselves, we attack or judge in others. If I'm ashamed of how much I want control, I'll explode when someone else takes the lead. I'll call them bossy or overbearing, when really, I'm fighting the part of me that also needs control to feel safe. Like when my partner decides what we're doing without asking, and I just completely lose it. Not because they're wrong, but because I cannot stand the part of me that craves control but feels ashamed to admit it. Or when a coworker micromanages and I feel completely suffocated. Not just because of them, but because I do the same thing in subtle ways, even to myself. I just don't want to see it. If I'm afraid people will see through me, that I'm not as whole or confident as I try to appear, I'll lash out at anyone who looks like they're putting on a show. Not because they're fake, but because I'm afraid I am. Like when someone posts a really polished and curated moment on social media and I judge them immediately, when in truth, I've done the same thing. I've wanted to be seen, admired, respected, validated, approved, and I just don't want to admit it. Or maybe I hear someone speak confidently in a meeting and I say, they're just performing. But the truth is, I'm envious of their courage, and I wish I could show up that fully too. It doesn't matter if they really are fake or controlling. That's beside the point. The emotional charge is coming from within, from my own disowned parts, unprocessed emotions that haven't been felt through, and therefore linger in the nervous system, in my emotional body, the inner child. That's what we call projection. It's not you reacting to them. It's you rejecting a part of yourself and then blaming them for the discomfort. It's not your fault. It's part of the mind's defense system to protect you from what it thinks is future pain. But the problem is that it ironically also keeps you stuck. Now, this is where it gets beautiful. The moment you realize, oh, I'm just reacting to an old bruise and memory, something within you softens, maybe a sense of relief, because that recognition alone starts to dissolve the charge. But if you want to go deeper, here's the oponopono path. First, see the projection. Ask yourself, what part of this person am I judging? Where have I been at? Even just a little. Now, second, say the 4 phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say it not to fix them or to fix their behavior, but to clean that memory in you. Third, reclaim love for that part of you. So think of someone you love who has that same exact trait. Ask yourself, if I can love it in them, why can't I love it in me? And consider this. We love our pets so deeply, not just because they're cute or loyal, but because they don't judge us. They don't mirror back our shame or our doubt. We feel safe around them because we're not trying to fake ourselves to be something. We're simply being. Now, what if you could bring that same non-judgmental acceptance inward towards the part of yourself you've abandoned? Fourth, forgive yourself. Literally say, I forgive myself for rejecting this part of me. I forgive myself for a version of me that was unaware. We are not excusing or condemning behavior. You're reclaiming your freedom by looking at it differently, looking at it honestly without judgment. And that's 100% responsibility. You're being a whole different person, a whole different being. You're responding from love, non-judgment, and clarity. So try this experiment out. Write down 5 recent triggers. And for each trigger, ask, what was I feeling? What trait or behavior triggered me? And where do I carry that in me? And then say the 4 phrases while sitting with each trigger. If possible, even offer an upright apology to someone you judged. Not with shame, but with sincerity. The apology should feel empowering, not guilt-ridden. Guilt is just another way the mind punishes itself, another old file from the archive of woundedness. An upright apology is an act of reclaiming because it's coming from inside. Not from self-blame, but from responsibility. The ability to respond in a way that's loving, in a way that's limitless. It says, I see you now, I own up to it, and I choose to meet this moment differently. Why does it feel empowering? Because I'm sorry in this context is an admission of guilt. It's an act of deep seeing, an attitude of acknowledgement and non-judgment. It's saying, I see you, I see the pain, I see the memory, and I'm willing to make it right. Not through control, but through compassion. You let go and let God because of self-compassion. It's a return to innocence, to the power of choosing again. In Ho'oponopono, this is the attitude that heals and transforms. Acknowledgement without blame, presence without shame. You're not just apologizing to another. That apology is coming from within, and you're restoring connection within yourself. And when you meet yourself that way, your outer world begins to reflect that shift. Because life is always mirroring your state of being. And you will feel the energy shift. You'll stop being dragged around by old stories, old limiting beliefs, and you'll stop playing the victim of someone else's behavior and start becoming the healer of your own mind. Physician, heal thyself. So every time you're triggered, life is handing you a mirror, a gift, not to shame you, but to free you. Triggers aren't enemies. They're maps. They show you where love hasn't been accepted yet, where peace hasn't been welcomed yet. And when you bring that love there, through awareness, forgiveness, and cleaning, you stop the cycle. You break the loop. You come home. So next time you feel the fire, the trigger, the irritation, the annoyance rise, pause and remember, it's not about them. It's never been about them. It's about what in you that is ready to be loved. So thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Now that you've seen what's possible, join Breaking the Emotional Blame Loop course. And let's clean this for good. The link is in the description. Take care, my friends. And until the next time.